It is time for not only a live mock draft, but a live best ball draft. 1QB, best ball mania, $25 entry, $15 million in prizes, $3 million going to first place. We're going to jump in to one of these drafts. We're going to click this little board here and click that green enter button in just a few seconds here. So hang tight while we wait upon that. And we're doing this live mock draft as well, right in front of your face. The Fantasy Football Show Graveyard Mock Draft Best Ball Phone Call Question and Answer session begins right now.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
We're not here to mess around. We're not here to waste time. We're here to get better, to gain fantasy football knowledge, to become absolute monsters on the fantasy football playing field. And your boy here is built for this, okay? That's why this is our third live stream today. What channel goes live more than us? The answer is nobody. And we're doing it live right now, mock draft and best ball style. So file on in. The link is right here. I'm going to pin it in the live chat right now. This is how you're going to get into the live best ball draft. That link is incoming right this very second. There it is. Actually, this is the mock draft. Jump into the mock draft right here. That's the mock draft link. Here is the Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty link if you want to get into the best ball draft. And I'm going to pin this one. The mock draft link I just dropped is just a sleeper link. So get into that. And then if you want to get into the best ball draft, which we're going to jump into 1 second, use promo code Smitty. Underdog Fantasy will match up to $100 on your first deposit. If you're new to Underdog, they will match up to $100, dollar for dollar. So choose your first deposit carefully, because if you drop $5, or it's a $10 minimum, you drop $10, they'll give you 10. You drop 100, they'll give you 100, and that will give you a whole bunch more goodness to work with. So we are about to get in. Let's see what this mock draft looks like. Let me get on over here, and it looks like we're all full here, so I'm going to hit start on the mock draft. The mock draft commences now. Let me go ahead and turn the sound on for this one, and then we're going to head back over. Let's see here. Let me go over to this. Okay. We're going to go into the Underdog Fantasy right now. Click the green button right now. This is $15 million in prizes, 1QB. The spots will fill ultra fast, and they will, when I say fast, I mean like in literally 12 seconds to 10 to 12 seconds. The whole draft will fill up very quickly. So jump in if you want to get in on this draft. I think I'm almost up in the mock draft. One more to fill. Draft is full. The Underdog, $15 million in prizes, $3 million to first place. Best ball mania draft just filled, and I got the number 7 pick. It looks like I'll go to board view there and show you as that counts down. That draft begins at 49 seconds. Let's go on over to the best ball, or no, the mock draft. Looks like I'm on deck here in the mock draft. Okay, so I'm on the clock here. I'm going to turn this annoying sound off. That is really rather annoying. It went, whoa, Jamar Chase is still there. What? JT? Okay, I'll take Jamar Chase at number 5 overall. Thank you very much. Cooper Kupp went number 6 to Butt Smitty. Steven is up with 1.7. 1.7. What's Steven going to do? All right, let's flip back over to the best ball draft, which is commencing in just 2 seconds here. On the clock right now, best ball, promo code Smitty, or use this link right here. This is the link to use for Underdog Fantasy. And if you missed out on getting in this draft, just use the pin link. Use the link I just dropped. Use the link in the description. Use promo code Smitty, which the link gives includes there when you click the link, and jump into one side by side. It doesn't have to be this exact draft that you're in. Jump into one with us, and we'll talk about every pick as we go, and you're going to see very similar things going on. So if we notice something and talk about it, you're going to be able to apply it to your draft. All right, especially if you draft a couple seconds after, like you start one right now, you'll see something a round ahead, and you can apply it to your current draft. All right, let's go. Let's roll. So we'll be doing another mock draft or two. Don't worry. Let me flip back over to the mock draft and see. I don't think, yeah, I'm a little bit. Let me go ahead and move this up a little bit so you guys can see the. What do I have here? I got two drafts right here. What is going on here? Let's go ahead and get rid of this. Hold on a second. Let me get rid of this. This is in the way. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. Let me just move this down. I can get more real estate, I think, if I do that. All right, there we go. Move that up there. Actually, move that down slightly. There we go. Back over to the best ball. I'm on the clock in the best ball. We gotta go quick. So it went all wide receiver. Is it Jamar Chase here too? What is going on? Oh no, Bijan's available. I'm going Bijan. That's crazy. Okay, so look at this draft so far. It went Christian McCaffrey, JJ, Chase, Tyreek Hill, Cooper Kupp, AJ Brown. Bijan fell all the way to 7. I love that. I'll take that all day long. McCaffrey on the clock here took Kelsey. Then it went Diggs. And now a fantasy 420 is on the clock. Something tells me he's busy munching. And maybe he's gonna miss his pick is my guess. He's gonna time out. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Let's go back over to 6 seconds. Fantasy 420. He's not paying attention. He's chowing down a bag of chips. He's got the munchies. He almost timed out. Eckler is his pick. Let's go back over to the mock draft where it went JJ, JT, Bijan, McCaffrey, Jamar Chase to me. He fell. But Smitty took Kupp. Diggs, Tyreek Hill, Eckler, Barkley, AJ Brown, Travis Kelsey. Very interesting how these two mocks and the best ball and the mock are so far different. Kelsey, Hurts, Hall. Looks like I'm on the clock here. So let me go over and draft. So I've got Jamar Chase already. A lot of snipage going on here. A lot of snipage going on. I guess we're just gonna go. I'm gonna time out. So I'm just gonna time out. I'd rather grab Burrow than time out. I don't know who I'm gonna get. It's so weird mock drafting with you guys. These are like not even close to normal scenarios. It's crazy. You guys are absolutely monsters. Oh, I should have. There's a couple of people I see that I should have took. I was running out of time. Let's get back over to the best ball draft, which is what really matters. That, no offense, but the mock draft is like on the last thing on my mind. We got a best ball mania draft right here. $25 entry. $3 million to first place, $15 million in prizes. Let's start looking at some players we want to look at and queue. We got Bijan already, so I'm going to queue JT. I'm going to queue Barkley. I'm going to queue Josh Allen. I'm going to queue Mahomes, Hurts. We're not going to time out and miss anybody. We got Breece Hall. Wide receivers. Let's just look at wide receivers all by their lonesome here. We don't have a wide receiver 1 yet, but I kind of feel like I can come back around and grab a guy that's ranked a little lower. I don't know that I want to force a Devontae Smith. I like Devontae, but I don't like him in round 2, to be honest. It's too high. T. Higgins and Devontae, neither is the number 1 wide receiver on their team. DK might not be the number 1 wide receiver on his team. Ridley might not be. So really the value here is at the RB or quarterback. I'm going to go Barkley here. I'm going to go double RB. I don't know if I'm going to like this approach, but let's try it out. Go double RB. Barkley and Bijan. I mean, I'm going to have monster running backs. I just didn't want to force wide receiver here. Jalen Hurts, there we go. Okay, so we're going to let this draft. Actually, let me go back to the mock real quick and just see where we're at. I'm on the clock, of course I am. Wide receiver, Jalen Waddle, Debo, McLaurin. We'll go. Okay, so we got Chase, Burrow, Waddle. We're going to go 0 RB and see how that works. I don't know if I'll like that. I don't. Honestly, again, no offense taken, but we're going back to the big dog, okay? The mock draft is small potatoes compared to this, but I love doing it because you guys love it. But here's Okay, here we go. So we're how many picks away are we? We're a little ways away. It went Jalen Hurts, Derrick Henry, Patrick Mahomes, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. I have a feeling he's going to try and get Burrow on that flip to try and stack it, but you never know. He might just be wanting to stack the wide receivers. Someone said the music's really loud. We'll kill the music for right now. Okay, let's go back to the mock real quick and just see. We'll have to kill the music. I think this is the one where it's loud on this particular scene. Let me kill both of those. Okay. I'm doing a 0 running back video, by the way, and that should be out tomorrow. Louder, Smitty. Work machines drowning you out. Smitty, I'm trying a couple of those 8-hour drafts and got the 10 spot in both. Yeah, good luck trying to get Bijan, my guy. Yeah, I didn't see Olave available. Get Olave should be there. I should have. Yeah, and then on the best ball I might, but I missed it on the mock because he's so lowly ranked. Didn't even see him. Rock out with another super chat here. Just dropping super chats for a living. Got here a little late doing another mock. I certainly am. Appreciate you, Rock out. We might do a private Garrett Wilson draft after this. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm on the clock here. Let's see here. I need a wide receiver. Fields is available. I'm going to go Fields here. Fields of Dreams. I'm going crazy with this wide receiver room. But I have a feeling it could work out well. You're definitely biting the bullet somewhere. You know, you're not going to have... This just feels like a very different build that I normally don't go with, and I want to try out some things because you don't realize something might work that you've been, wondering about unless you try it. And I usually don't get to try this running back with the quarterback approach very often because I go best player available. And traditionally, did I not switch over in time? I traditionally don't see an opportunity for me to go running back because I love wide receivers so much. So best player available usually does not lead me down a running back road. But in this particular case, I went Bijan, Barkley, and I'm going to try Fields. Bijan, Barkley, and let's see what we can do at the wide receiver position. Let's get back to the mock draft real quick. I think I'm almost on the clock here. We're 7 picks away in the best ball, so we'll do this pick real quick and swing back around. I'm not even paying attention to this mock draft. I'll be honest. I have no RB so far. Aaron Jones. We're at 4.8. It's a little early for. We'll go Aaron Jones, I guess. All right, back to the real meat and potatoes of the show right here. This best ball mania. $15 million in prizes. $3 million to first place. Let's roll. Sleeper says I always do two wide receivers if the pick is late in the draft because I play PPR. Yeah, I just think you want to always stick to best player available and don't leave any value on the board, just because you're going a position. I never go a position. Do what you want. Do what you feel works for you. Everybody's different, but best player available is the key. It leads to wide receiver. It leads to running back. That's the funny part is people think you do best player available. You can't get those things. Of course you can. When you walk out of your draft and you say to yourself, man, I shouldn't have made that pick. I don't like that. You forced yourself drafting a position is what you did. You went against your gut. You didn't take the best player available. And now you have that feeling of regret because you went with a player due to a positional need. And of course, you're not going to draft a position you don't need at all. I'm talking about when your lineup's still wide open. You're not going to go quarterback when you already have a quarterback in this. It's a 1 QB league and you got no wide receivers yet. All right, mock draft. Let's check in on the mock draft. We're a ways away, so we're going to go back to the best ball, which is the most important thing. Gibbs just went. I was really hoping to maybe This is crazy. I don't know what to do here. Wide receiver. I need a wide receiver at this point. And I definitely think I'm going to be able to make it work. It's just a matter of like, there's still the temptation here of going Kenneth Walker, but then I would have no wide receivers. And when all things are very close to even, and they are, we're going to have to lean toward the position as the push over the edge. But this would be very interesting to have Fields, Bijan, Walker, and Barkley. But we're gonna be smart about this, and we're not gonna let our desire to get a certain build take over. But can you imagine that? This is a pretty easy call for me. I love Drake, London, and Watson. I'm going to go Watson. I don't think London will fall, but if he doesn't fall, there's still some other good wide receiver options that are available. And at the end of the day, I'm still very, very pleased with this team. Fields, Bijan, Barkley, Christian Watson. Let's go back to the mock draft real quick. I'm on the clock. I'm going to time out. What'd I get? Javante. Okay. Whatever. A little early. A little early. My bad. Mock drafters. I'm okay letting the mock draft time out. I'm not letting the best ball draft time out. This is the bread and butter of the show. Rock out dropping another one. Makes best player available t-shirts. I will. I'll make a best player available t-shirt. Thank you, Rock out. Appreciate you. And I think we had another super chat from Rock out. Yeah, he said a little late. I think I'm caught up on the super chats. Thank you for dropping those. All right. Here's the squad. Let's go back to the draft. Maybe we'll get lucky with this pick. Maybe we'll get a guy that we love. I still love, let's see, at tight end, who's available. We still got some options that we really like at running back. Kenneth Walker went. Aaron Jones is still there. Swift is still there. Pacheco is still there. These are some good RBs that are still left. George Kittle just went. Quarterbacks, Herbert's still there. Trevor Lawrence is still there. I'm not afraid to take another quarterback coming up here, to be honest, because this is optimal scoring. So if I go ahead and throw Trevor Lawrence on my bench and I've got Fields and Lawrence, every week I'm going to probably outscore everybody because one of the two is going to score a massive amount of points most likely. Boom, your boy is going to get an absolute conglomerate built and going. There goes my boy Drake London. That sucks. I would have really, really liked to get Drake London. That would have been phenomenal if he would have fallen. I was so close to. Look, I'm right there. That's kind of the thing of if you apply the same logic to your draft over and over and over, you will eventually, while some people say you shouldn't put all your eggs in one basket with best ball, you can't because you're always going to draft a slightly different team. But if you go with a theory and you land that theory overall, you know, with the players that you like, and you got the variation of everything. Like, if I keep trying to draft until I got that to happen, where London falls, and then I had the perfect combination, Bijan, Barkley, Watson, London, Fields, it would have been walk to the bank time. But there's still some good talent on the board here that I like a lot. McLaurin just went. Dalvin Cook's there. That's interesting for later. Damian Pierce for later. Swift is interesting here as well. Pacheco. Wide receivers, we've got, there's a ton of guys left. Jackson Smith and Jigba. Let's see. Yeah, you know, I may go in a certain direction here. Let's go to the board view. Let's go over the mock draft real quick. We might time out on that one. I'm more focused on this right here. Darren Waller just went. McLaurin went. Miles Sanders. Drake London was the guy I was hoping would fall. And he's been falling to the 5th round a lot, and that's great value. He used to fall to the 6th round. A lot of my early best ball drafts are going to ball out, I think, because I got Watson, Olave, and Drake London, and those were all late wide receivers that I grabbed. JSN just went. I'm probably going to go Pickens here. Pitts here. And that gives me a very good core. And yeah, I'm still needing some wide receiver action, but I'm still very balanced as well. You know, a lot of people stack wide receivers and they say you need wide receivers to win the league, but you also need RBs too. And there's a very good chance I'm going to outscore everybody at the RB position. I'll be right up there with the top dogs, if not the top dog, depending on what I do with my second quarterback. At the quarterback position, I believe Kyle Pitts will do well for me at the tight end position. And then, yeah, wide receiver, I'm going to have to make up for it. But I've got a lot of sleepers that I like at wide receiver that I think is going to help pick up the pace for me here. Belichick yourself says, love my team on the mock draft. Let's go over to that now that you mention it. Looks like I timed out again. That's all right. Let's check out these teams so far. Let me drag this down just a tiny bit, and then we can review the teams. Let me move this down slightly, and let's go over to the teams real quick. So in the mock draft, we've got Kelsey, Hurts, Chubb, Walker, Evans, Addison. We've got A.J. Brown, Breece Hall, Lamar Jackson, Hawkinson, Gibbs. I don't think anybody saw Gibbs. And that's part of the problem with this mock draft. And we're doing so many things at once here, like me especially. I can't search for anybody. I'm just trying to mock with who's in front of me. I'm trying to scroll as quick as I can. But Gibbs would not fall to 5.1 if we had him on the list properly. But I'm glad no one's taking him in the second round or something, crazy, where his value's in the fourth round. Barkley, Mahomes, Hopkins, Cook, Eckler, D. Henry, Debo Samuel, Pitts, Aaron Rodgers, Cooper, Tyreek Hill, Garrett Wilson, Ramondre Stevenson, Jacobs, Ridley, Pacheco, Diggs, Allen, Pollard, Higgins, JSN, Waller. That's a really good team, and Higgins is good value there. Cooper Kupp, St. Brown, Olave, Devontae Smith, Pierce, Kamara. I wouldn't use this Devontae Smith pick on a wide receiver after you've already got those three. I went into auto mode. No thanks on my team. I don't like it. McCaffrey, Fields, DJ Moore, Swift, Watson. Great squad, bro. B. Robinson, Andrews. That's great. Andrews is too early, but, you did good. And JT, Harris, Herbert, London. Nice. And then this team right here should be the best one. You got the best draft pick. Son took J.J. Lamb, ETN, Trevor Lawrence, Kittle, Mixon. I don't mind it. All right, let me create one more mock draft here. Link I'm going to drop in the live chat right now. I'm going to take the 12 pick just for simplicity for me. Drop that link in the live chat. There you go. Get in there, get some, and I will come back and start that. Time to go back to the best ball draft, where I am on the clock here in 1 second. We've got Pacheco, we've got Pierce, we've got a number of players that I really do like right here. I need to lean wide receiver if at all possible. Kirk just got taken. That's no problem. I'm probably going to lean Mike Evans here so I can round out my wide receiver room a little bit better. And Evans is a pretty good wide receiver to have as your number 2, considering the build that I'm deploying here. And the build that I'm deploying is very running back heavy. It's quarterback early on top of running back heavy, so it puts my wide receivers in a bind. But I think at the end of the day, those are 2 pretty good wide receivers to have considering the balance of this team. Fields, Bijan, Saquon, Christian Watson, Mike Evans, Kyle Pitts. I'm feeling pretty good about that squad. And let's go back over to the mock draft. I imagine it's full by now. And I am correct. Mock draft commences right now. And go. Okay, JJ goes number 1.
Will he be bossed or fired?
Let's start that music back up. Thank you, Danton. Appreciate you. You're the GOAT, Danton. Are we live? We sure are, Danton. Danton, this is pre-recorded earlier in the day, so are we live? If Underdog was standard format, I would be okay with stacking running backs, but it's 0.5 PPR. You need the pass catchers, and I got pass catchers, baby. That's what I just showed you. But, do I like the wide receiver? Do I like the wide receiver running back build or the running back wide receiver build a little better traditionally? Yeah, I do. But, you got to try these strategies out, and I don't think this one failed. I like this team a lot. I think those wide receivers are pretty darn good. I think Mike Evans is a very overlooked wide receiver, too, in fantasy. I think a lot of people are treating him like a wide receiver 3, but I really do like him. I really, really do like him. In this context, he's pretty darn good. Hey, Smitty, what running back do you think will exceed expectations this year? The Moon Men, bro. I just point to the Moon Men. Do I think Breece Hall will exceed a lot of expectations? Yeah, because he's going in round 3, trending a little bit toward round 2. If we look at Breece Hall's ADP lately, let's see where Breece Hall went in this draft. He still goes in round 3. He's still going at 28 overall. That's a really good value. Let me show the best ball.
Initiate full load drop.
Initiate full load drop. I'm on the clock. Hold on. I'm going to time out here. We'll go Diggs. God, I don't know who I'm missing here because I don't have time to search. Let's go wide receiver, and this one we'll go Diggs and Lamb because I just don't have time. I got to go back to the other draft. I don't know who I missed. I don't know if Garrett Wilson looks like it was off the board already. So happy hunting there. Back to the big monster 15 million in prizes best ball underdog fantasy promo code Smitty draft. Here we go. We're on the clock here. Jameson Williams is a fantastic wide receiver 3. I think in these formats, I'm going to cue him. Running backs, quarterbacks, Watson's still pretty good at this point. I'm going to go ahead and take Jameson. And because it's best ball, I don't have to worry about inserting him in once he's ready. When he's ready and he's firing off, I will be in good shape. So at the end of the day, these wide receivers shaped out pretty well. Fields, Bijan, Barkley went 3 players that were not wide receivers, which in a 3 wide receiver format is very hard to do. So, yeah, Sleeper likes my draft here in the mock draft because he loves the wide receivers. And Sleeper, there's nothing wrong with your approach. I just want you to know that. But the moments where you feel like your approach is killing it, they were the best players available. The moment your approach feels like a little's left to be desired, that's usually when you're forcing it a little too much. So just keep a little bit, just try it, bro. Keep a little bit of an open mind to going best player available and pushing it toward wide receiver where you feel like it's necessary. But, okay, Evan Ingram, let's see. It went Rashad White, David Montgomery, and then we're getting James Conner, and we're getting closer to flipping back around to my pick. In the Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty draft here, I'm feeling pretty good. In the mock draft, I went ahead and forced wide receiver because I didn't have time to look at who was available, so I just kind of moved on. Najee Harris is the furthest I've seen Najee Harris get drafted, but I think it's because he auto-picked, because he's on auto right now, so that makes sense. Olave's a little early. Kelsey and Olave, but Olave's going to earn that, but it is a little early. Try not to take him that high. You don't need to. He's going at the end of round 2, but usually top of round 3. Best ball draft Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty. They'll match up to $100 in your first deposit. That link is pinned in the live chat. It's in the description of this video and pretty much every other video. If you want to be involved in these drafts, the one you see on your screen right here, 15 million in prizes, 3 mil to first place. If you want to be in these drafts, you need to click that link, or you should click that link, and you should get in and get signed up and get ready to go. I'm getting closer to my pick. I've got Justin Fields, Bijan Robinson, Saquon Barkley, Christian Watson, Mike Evans, Jameson Williams, Kyle Pitts. Feeling pretty darn good about this squad so far. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of look through the players that are available here and see what is cooking. I could go with a Kadarius Toney. I could go with a Jahan Dotson if I want to double down on wide receivers. Quentin Johnston is there. Zay Flowers is there. There's a lot of good wide receivers that I really, really like down here. And so, but I'm tempted to wait. I'm tempted to grab a guy that might go like Kadarius Toney. And Joku just went. Tight ends available. I have a good tight end, but these are all fantastic tight ends that are at this top of this list. So I'm going to go ahead and queue them up. Quarterbacks, Deshaun Watson still there. That's a really, really good quarterback to snag. Daniel Jones just went. McCaffrey's on the clock right here. Back to the board view. Danton dropping a $2 hauler because you are the GOAT. You are the GOAT, Danton. You are the GOAT. Deshaun Watson just went. I'm going to go I'm going to go Zach Charbonnet here because he is floating at the top here. It's 8th round. Feels a little early, but until his ADP adjusts and gets bumped down, and maybe it won't. Maybe it'll climb. I know that it's adjusting and trying to level out. And so, Jameson. So my team so far: Evans, Jameson, Watson. Some will call that a weak wide receiver room. I call it very underrated. Kyle Pitts, Bijan, Barkley, Charbonnet, Fields. Yeah, buddies. Smitty, show us here. I'll try and show you my exposure. I know you keep asking about the exposure to each player, but definitely want to make sure I stay in the rhythm here. So hang tight. I'll try and do that on one of the live streams here. Let's see. Oh, mock draft. I'm sure I timed out 3 or 4 times. No, I didn't. Man, that took a long time to come back around. That felt like forever. I felt like I timed out for sure. Let's get in here and let's draft a couple people. On the clock. Let's roll. Wide receivers. I don't know that I need to go wide receiver. Quarterback. Lamar's there. I almost thought I was queuing a player and I almost drafted him. Man. I'm at timeout, so I'm Debo. 3 wide receivers. I guess let's go DeAndre. Interesting squad. I don't like it. I'm not mock drafting well at all because I'm obviously not focused. I'm sorry. I'll pay better attention when this draft's over. Maybe we'll do one more and I'll focus on it. Sleeper says that's why I come to Smitty because he knows good running backs. I am fine with evaluating wide receiver, but I need help with it. That's good and honest of you, Sleeper. That's a man that knows his own skin. Underdog is the real winner. Well, they are winners. They're also providing something for us that allows us to have an amazing time. So, I know what you're saying, but anybody can create a business like this if they want to. Let's see here. Quarterback. No, thanks. I'm gonna go Zay Flowers here. So my wide receivers are Watson, Mike Evans, Jameson Williams, Zay Flowers. Got tight end, Kyle Pitts at tight end. Bijan, Saquon, and Charbonnet, and Justin Fields. Pretty interesting little squad there. I don't mind it at all. Let's get back to the mock draft real quick. And let's review the teams. I'm not going to review them again at the end, so I'm just going to review them right now with 4 players. So Diggs, Lamb, Debo, Swift. Horrible. Not paying attention. My fault. Still doesn't matter. Take a lap, me. But I'm also drafting in Snipeville right here. Garrett Wilson, Eckler, Gibbs, and Jackson. I like that team. Kelsey, Olave, Herbert, Jacobs. I like it. Olave, just try and get him later if you can. Barkley, Najee, D. Henry, Watson. Very solid yellow, mellow yellow. Suns got Hill, St. Brown, Fields, and Hawkinson. It's an interesting squad. Jonathan Taylor, Josh Allen, Pollard, and London. I like that a lot. Cup, Adams, Higgins, Cook doing the same thing I'm doing over here. Are you paying attention to the best ball as well? McCaffrey, Mahomes, Chubb, Kyle Pitts. Interesting. A.J. Brown, Hurts, Stack, Walker, Mark Andrews. Nice job. Kyle, Rockout has Bijan, Breece Hall, McCaffrey, Trevor Lawrence, and he's about to take someone right here. It's a good squad so far. I like it. I mean, I guess some of it depends on if DK can fend off JSN and still be a near wide receiver 1. If he can, then I like this team. And Rockout's about to time out here. Who's he going to go with? McLaurin. Not bad. Just fantasy as Chase, Burrow, Stevenson, Kittle, Moore. I like that. And the number 1 slot, Jefferson, Waddle, Etienne, Devontae Smith, Aaron Jones. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, back to the big boy draft. Back to the big boy draft. There are a lot of players that I like late in this draft, and I'm going to snag hopefully a couple of them. Brian Robinson just went. I'm trying to see if there's any more RB action right here that I want to get in on. Let's see. What about quarterbacks? What are we looking at? Quarterbacks? I don't need one yet. All right, on the clock. I'm going to go Jalen Hyatt here. So the team so far, Christian Watson, Mike Evans, Jamison Williams, Zay Flowers, Jalen Hyatt. Pretty solid wide receiver room, if you ask me. Very crafty. Bijan, Barkley, Charbonnet. Bijan, Barkley, Charbonnet. Justin Fields, Kyle Pitts. Drafted better, but I do like it. I drafted better, but I do like it. Charbonnet just won the 5th in a mock. That's too high. I think it's because maybe he was there and maybe he didn't realize that he got auto-picked, which is possible. What's up, Double A? Appreciate you being here, pal. Keep dropping my phone on my face, says D class. Time for bed. D class is dozing off. Let's wake up D class real quick.
It's time for some revenge, revenge tour, revenge bench tour, revenge tour, revenge bench tour.
Time for Betty Bye, D class. Appreciate you. Have a good night. Have a good sleep. We'll see you later. If you want, you just lower the volume a little bit. I'll tuck you in. Okay. Just nice soothing. YouTube.com/The Fantasy Football Show. Waking up. Soon he'll be waking up with Smitty because I'll still be live. I'm sure. What's up, Double A? All right. Mock draft. What am I doing here? Oh, I just timed out on Goddard. Oh, God. I just timed out again. Auto pick. Way to go. Way to go, me. I know some of you are still finishing, but I already reviewed the teams. I'm not going to review them again. I'm going to take the one spot so it's easy for me. Here's the link. One more draft. I promise I'll spend more. I'll pay more attention to this one. All right, let me go back to the Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty. Match up to $100 in your first deposit. If you want to get in on the best ball drafts you're watching us do right this very second, the link is pinned in the live chat. I'm on the clock here. Let's go with Mingo. So now I pretty much feel like my wide receiver room is very well put together, despite it being loaded with a lot of sleeper talent. Watson, Evans, Jamison Williams, Zay Flowers, Jalen Hyatt, Jonathan Mingo, very rookie heavy. Kyle Pitts at tight end. Bijan, Barkley, Charbonnet, and Justin Fields at quarterback. Again, not my best team, not my favorite team I've ever drafted, but I do like it. All right, we're starting this mock draft, and I'm going to kick it off with JJ. Go. We got a super chat by Lancaster. Lancaster says Khalil Herbert at ADP is this year's Josh Jacobs. Maybe. We do like Roshan a lot. So kind of tough to say for sure. And Roshan's, pretty decent. But yeah, Khalil Herbert I like a lot. Underdog isn't a mock, says AJ. Yeah, this isn't a mock. This is a mock draft right here. We're doing this mock draft, but I'm also flipping back to the Underdog Fantasy. The link is in the description. The link is in every video. The mock draft link I just drop in the live chat and say, hey, here's the link, and we jump in. So this right here is Underdog, and this right here is the free mock draft. So the wide screen is the free one. This one right here is the Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty. The link is in the description of the video and also pinned in the live chat if you want to get into these drafts. And I just took Mingo.
M-I-N-G-O. And Mingo was his name-o.
So look, liking my team so far. Mingo was his name-o. Gonna call in a segment later, Smitty. No, we can do call-ins right now. Let me put the phone number on screen, bro. Hang tight. Call-ins. Boom. Dial in.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Let's see where we are on the mock. We're a ways away. Bijan, Eckler, Tyreek. Okay. Par for the course. On deck here. And honestly, looking at the board, I think I know who I got to go with here just to make sure I have the right quarterback play going on. Yeah, I got to make sure I grab this quarterback before he gets taken. Osborne just got drafted. I'm going Jordan Love. That rounds out my QB room pretty well, and I still may take another, of course, but Fields and Jordan Love's a good combo. Bijan, Barkley, Charbonnet, Watson, Mike Evans, Jameson, Zay, Flowers, Jalen Hyatt, Jonathan Mingo, and Kyle Pitts.
N-I-N-G-O. And Mingo was his name-o.
Okay, let's go back to the mock draft. St. Brown and Garrett Wilson at the 12. Diggs and A.J. Brown at the 11. Kelsey and Mahomes at the 10. Waddle and Tommy at that number 9 spot. Let's go back to the Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty draft, which is right here. Let's hit the music.
Will he be bossed or fire?
I keep hitting the wrong button.
Which side would you rather have?
I keep hitting that instead of my music. And if you guys prefer, I could keep hitting that. But we also got this for music if you want. Oh, and by the way, guys, Underdog Fantasy is obviously our one of our biggest sponsors here. But we also have a very big sponsor that we're going to be pumping throughout the entire season. The graveyard streams, in fact, are going to be dedicated to this brand. And you guys know who it is. Grindhouse. Let me get my Grindhouse gear. Let me get my Grindhouse apparel on. I should be wearing this anyway. Every show going forward, your boy... Hold on. I'm going to put this on. Every graveyard stream going forward, your boy's gonna have his Grindhouse apparel on. Okay, Grindhouse this episode, and every graveyard midnight show going forward is a Grindhouse episode. Get on over to grndhaus.com, grindhouse.com, and let me drop that link right now so you guys all have it. Here it is. I'm going to pin this right now. Go to grindhouse.com. The link is pinned. Get your Grindhouse apparel, vintage movie tees and hoodies straight from the attic. Movies from 40 plus years ago. Godzilla. What's better than like apparel, like hoodies? Everybody loves hoodies. And movies. Old classic, cult classic movies. Godzilla, The Thing, Spider. And we'll be giving away one t-shirt at least per month here on the channel. So we'll be doing that giveaway for that. Let's see here. Let's go Chase Brown. Let's go Chase Brown. So Grindhouse to the moon. Grindhouse to the moon. Mock draft. Oh, I timed out. I timed out. What do we got here? What do we got? I need a running back. Tony Pollard. I timed out in Higgins, but that's okay. Okay, back to the Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty. Did I time out? No, I didn't. Okay. Let's see. I went Chase Brown here. Here's my team so far on Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty. $3 million to first place, $15 million in prizes. Mingo, Bango, Bongo, Moon Monster, Young, how you doing, pal? The phone line's open. You want to dial in? You need a little psychology sesh. Your boy's right here. You're already kicked back, relax. If you need me, call in. The phone number's right here. Appreciate the $2 holler. Thank you, my guy. Grindhouse to the moon. Garrett Wilson draft after the Smitty. I'll drop a slow draft. A $3 Garrett Wilson jersey draft. Winner, not of that specific draft, but winner of the person that scores the most points through week 17 of all of the Garrett Wilson private drafts that we do will get this Garrett Wilson autographed jersey, which is absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to put this right here. So if you guys want in on that, that will be after this. I'll drop a slow draft link very, very soon. Where am I at here? Almost on the clock. Okay, let's go through the overall board and just see if we're missing anybody that needs to be grabbed. Rondell Moore, no. Tank Bigsby, no. Joshua Downs, I like a lot. Let's cue him. I love Downs. I think he's a great addition here. Sucks Hodgins used to be a guy I absolutely loved, and now I find myself, not drafting him just because of Hyatt. But you adjust and adapt. Sam Howell's decent for a quarterback add later, maybe not. We've got McKinnon re-signed, but I'm not going to cue him, but just so people know he re-signed with KC. Bannock Candy, I like a lot there. I'm on the clock currently. Deuce Vaughn is interesting. I'll cue him up. Tank Dell I like for later, but he's really far down. Luke Musgrave later. Let me go to my queue real quick and just see. I mean, honestly, the best player here for me is Joshua Downs, and the approach I took here is I'm brute forcing the rookie wide receiver position, and I'm going to land one of those guys. Joshua Downs, Jonathan Mingo, Jalen Hyatt, Zay Flowers, Jameson Williams, Mike Evans, Christian Watson. I believe at the end of the day, I will have a successful wide receiver crew because at least one of Zay Flowers, Jalen Hyatt, Jonathan Mingo, Joshua Downs will break out. Like, not just be wide receiver 3 material. One of those guys will probably be a high-end wide receiver 2. So, tell me if you love Pickens, says Senga. We love Pickens here, pal. We love Pickens here. We're in round 14. My RB room is pretty decent, but I need a couple more people. My quarterback room, I need maybe one more. My tight end room, I need at least need one more, but probably 2, and we're running out of rounds. Let's go back to the mock draft real quick, which I don't know if I'm timed out or what. I timed out on Higgins. I didn't want Higgins. I would have taken Lamb. I would have taken Lamb and Pollard. That was a big disappointing. I would have taken Olave and Pollard, honestly. But Higgins is not bad. It's not horrible. But I timed out. Of course I timed out. I'm always timing out when I do the mock drafts because I'm focused on the $15 million in prizes draft that we got right in front of our face right here. Here's the board view. Here's the board view. It's about to flip around. Tad Mackey is on the clock here. And then it's going to swing back around to your boy who's drafting in the middle of this draft. Board view. We'll just keep it on board view. Phone line's open. If anybody's called, I apologize if I haven't seen your call. Phone line's open. Dial in. I'm so sorry if you tried to call. I had the phone line. Smitty keeps Duck. Smitty keeps drafting. JMO makes me not want to trade him no more. JMO's pretty good in best ball, bro. because you don't, you have people to fill in for him in a different way, and you don't have to like shove him in. Smitty, is my call not coming through? Try again. I'm sorry, bro. I didn't have the phone line in front of me. It was up, but it was in the background and I couldn't see. So the phone line is open. The phone line is up. Dial in. You should be able to get in now. Duck Smitty. Oh, I thought you were saying duck like Smitty's ducking me. I thought you were another one. This is you saying you're trying to cuss, but you're not trying to cuss. I got you. Mango's his name. Oh, that's true. Traded Mango. I traded Mango in an IDP league, and I feel dumb now. Well, why'd you trade him, though? You just thought you'd sell high? Let's see. Running backs. What's up? Very blessed indeed. Appreciate you calling in, pal. What's up?
Hey, what's going on? I got confused. I was doing the other mock draft and evidently it just like closed in the middle of it.
Huh.
It just said it was complete and there was only like 5 rounds through or something.
You probably have to just make sure you go back into active and click the draft. It might have just closed. The app crashed or something. But all you gotta do is go back into go to your active tab and click on the active draft that you got going on. You're probably timing out.
Because I saw that you did another one and you had like the first pick.
Oh, you're talking about
I wasn't in that one. I was in
you're
the
talking
one
about
before.
this. You're talking about the one I just timed out in again, twice.
Yeah, it doesn't even. It says on my end. It just says it's complete. I logged out and come back in, and it just says thank you or something. Your draft is complete. And I'm like, there's only like 5 picks. What do you mean it's complete?
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure what we're talking about anymore. But what's up, pal?
Nothing. So I was thinking that I'm going to try to get a good amount of Walker and Charbonnet together, even if I have to reach. I honestly don't even care. I might just reach for it just to make sure I get it, period.
Here's the secret, though.
As I talked to you about it yesterday, I go for what I think is going to win. I don't care about ADP. I never have. I didn't care about it last year. If I think a certain player is going to help me win, then I'm just going to find a way to get him on my team. Based on, and I kind of do it based on, I do so many drafts that I kind of have an idea, okay, I can wait about this long before I have to take him or not, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you, but just use ADP to your advantage, though, because you clearly could leave a lot on the table. Let's hear Smitty, he's saying he didn't know the sleeper draft was 5 rounds. Okay, thanks, Sam. Yeah, we're only doing like 5 or 6 rounds on the mock drafts. The one you see right in front of you, because that way we can just restart another one.
Gotcha.
Plus, the ADP data is so bad that, like, what's the point? Everyone's just drafting horribly because they don't know where anybody is. We had Bijan go. We had Bijan going at the like 5.1 in one of our drafts that we did. He went 5.1 because no one knew he was there.
Wow.
Because the timer's 30 seconds and everybody jumped in, and I wasn't paying much attention because I was trying to navigate all this that I'm doing over here. But let me see real quickly. Hold on, I'm on the clock. Let's go over to the 916 caller. You're live, bro.
How's it going, Smitty? Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine. Yep.
Awesome. First, I just want to say thanks for taking the time and just everything that you do for the community, going live all the time. I know not many content creators do all that you do. I've been following you for 3-4 years now, so I just want to say thank you first and foremost.
Yeah, no problem. I appreciate you, pal.
Yeah. So my question, I'm kind of just been clearly with the draft being over, trying to watch videos on a lot of other content creators, you and other guys, but I got I'm in a 1 QB, 3 wide receiver, start 10 league, and I got the 101 and the 102 in my rookie draft, and clearly it's going to be Bijan at the 101 and probably Gibbs at the 102. But my other asset on my team is really just Cam Akers, and I'm going to try and flip him for like first. But I'm in full rebuild, and I love Jack and Smith and Jigba. So I'm trying to talk to the person with the 103 and trade back and maybe get like another first somewhere in 24. But just wanted to hear your thoughts on the situation, or if I should just take Gibbs and Bijan and just run with it with my core, or just, get receivers. Just wanted to hear your thoughts. So thanks a lot, Smitty. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you can stay on the phone too. What was your name, bro? Well, he's gone. I would say I cannot. Hey, Daylo Jason, I'm sorry you're so dissatisfied. I mean, I see your comments, bro. I'm trying to do the best I can. I do literally 3 mocks or 4 mocks in one session while I'm doing a best ball draft. And so I'm trying to provide you with the most amount of opportunities to get in a mock as possible. And yes, sometimes I time out, or a lot of the time I've timed out in the mock draft. And I apologize for that, Jason. But, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Not come on live? You want me to just close down? Want me to just close down shop, Jason? Jason says it's excruciating watching. Then why are you here, Jason? I'd love for you to stay, but you're complaining a lot too, and I am trying to work at lightning speed here. Okay, so I appreciate you, Jason. If you want to stay, I appreciate you. Bottom line, but I mean, come on, bro. What more do you want? What more do you want? Do you not think I work hard out here grinding? Do you not think I'm going 100 different miles an hour? What show takes phone calls? Phone call after phone call while they're doing a best ball draft, while they're doing 3 different mock drafts, bro. I don't know what more you expect a human being to do. And yeah, I timed out over and over. I'll do better. I'll do better, Jason. I'll do better. I'm sorry. Gibbs. The question was Gibbs. I love Gibbs. And the bottom line is you could probably trade Gibbs for a better wide receiver than you could draft. So if I was you, let me go ahead and draft another tight end real quick. I think we're around 17, right? So I have one more pick left. Got 3 tight ends. I got to make a decision whether I want to go quarterback or another RB. I imagine Gibbs climbs into top 12 overall value. So draft Gibbs, and if you've got to trade Gibbs, trade him for a top 12 overall player in a little while. I think if you go JSN or trade down, you're going to be regretting it. Have a full board of Best Ball Mania on screen and don't time out unless mock draft. Take a lap, bro. As Grandpa said, you can please all the people some of the time, some of the people all the time, but you can't please all the people all the time. You just can't. You just can't. So, feel the way you feel. You clearly have an opinion about me no matter what, because all of it's negative. It's not, hey, Smitty, thanks for coming in here and doing 3-4 mock drafts while you're doing a best ball, while you're answering phone calls. I mean, really, bro, if I dialed some of that back, you know what you'd be doing in here, Jason? You'd be saying, hey, Smitty, why don't you take phone calls anymore? Hey, Smitty, why don't you take, hey, okay, you know what? Let's just focus on mock drafts. Say, Smitty, why don't you best ball anymore? I'm doing all 3 at once, Jason, for you, Jason, for you. Let's go back. Oh, I'm sorry, Adam. I forgot you were there, pal. What can I do for you, Adam?
Oh, you're fine. You still got to answer the guy's question.
Gibbs.
In the middle of getting ready to answer it.
Gibbs. Gibbs
so
is
I'll
the clear
wait.
pick. Yeah, Gibbs is the clear pick because you can trade him, and you can get someone probably way better. He's got so much value soon. Gibbs is going to climb into top 12 overall value. So for me, it's a pretty easy call. Let me go. Here's the best ball draft real quickly. My team ended up being Fields, Love, Mike White, Bijan, Saquon, Charbonnet, Chase Brown, Jalen Warren, Christian Watson, Mike Evans, Jamison Williams, Zay Flowers, Jalen Hyatt, Jonathan Mingo, Josh Downs, Kyle Pitts, Laporta, and Musgrave. Again, for anybody watching, for anybody that says, oh, why did you go running back? We're trying out different strategies. We're doing the very best we can from each approach. And I know Jason might not like this team. He might say, why didn't you go wide receiver? Because I wanted to purposefully try a running back approach to see if it worked. I don't think it didn't work. I don't think it's my favorite team, but I think the wide receivers fell in an adequate fashion. Watson, Evans, Jamison Williams, Zay Flowers, Hyatt, Mingo, and Joshua Downs. I like those, considering, but is it my favorite approach? No. I'd much rather have Christian Watson with a St. Brown and a Drake London, and then have this one running back like Bijan, and then go crazy platoon, amazing Kamara and Swift and Charbonnet as my running back too. That's what I would do if I was going to do it over, but I wouldn't change it for anything because I'm trying these strategies out for everybody. But to answer the question, it's Gibbs, bro. It's Gibbs all day long. Now that I'm done with this draft, let me see if I recognize who I recognize in here. I can look at your team real quick. Who that Gator? He's got T. Law, Aaron Rodgers, Ritter, Josh Jacobs, Jahmyr Gibbs, Cook. That's James Cook. Damian Harris. He's got Garrett Wilson, Amon-Ra, Sky Moore, Goddard. I like the team. Team's really, really solid. I don't like Jacobs a whole lot, but if you do, trust your gut. If you swap Jacobs out for a player I liked, I bet you I'd love your team a little bit more, but I like the team a lot. It's a good team. I'm going to keep this here in case anybody is in this draft and they want me to review it. Now we're going to go over to the mock draft, and your boy's going to do one more mock draft, and I'm going to play close attention. But in tribute to Jason, who has a problem with me and my concentration, we're going to go ahead and make this a 10-second mock draft. Yeah, that's right. The draft settings will be down to 10 teams, 10 seconds per pick. I'm going to go back to the one spot so I can focus and concentrate on this draft. Here comes the link. Fast, rapid style with phone calls and everything. And I'm not going to time out. Watch me. Ready? Join the mock draft. Get in 10-second timer. Let's roll. Let's roll. Okay, go ahead, Adam. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I forgot. I was trying to get into drafting time. What do you think of the approach of taking trying to get a double elite tight end?
In a best ball, taking 2 tight ends? Like a 1 tight end league, going 2 tight ends? Adam, are you there, pal?
So,
hey, Adam, call back. Some kind of bad connection. I don't know what's going on, but all right, here we go. Starting the draft. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's roll. JJ to me. Okay, JJ to me. Let's go. Let's go. Jason says, I do honestly. I watch every video completely. Dude is highly entertaining, and I want him to grow when streaming. Hold on, Adam. I'm going to answer the phone after this mock draft. This draft will go really quick, but your connection was bad or something, so hang tight. Call back in 1 second. Timeout again. What do you know? Pointless. Jason, why are you even here then? Why are you even here? I don't even understand why you're here. If you don't like what I'm doing at all, why are you even here? I'm just curious. If this is a pointless show, what is good about being here? I'm literally doing a draft again with you. This is the 4th. What is this? The 4th or 5th mock draft? What are we doing, Jason? What's the problem? What's the problem? I don't understand. Okay, Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Christian McCaffrey, Bijan Robinson, Jonathan Taylor, Cooper Kupp, Eckler, Hill, Diggs, Kelsey, sleepers on the clock, then Matt. And I'm going to queue up some people so I'm focusing because apparently it's a pointless situation here. This is a pointless environment that we're in, apparently. It's so hard to find some of these guys. They're just buried. They're buried. This ADP doesn't help Jason. This ADP doesn't help Jason. I wish they'd update it. Okay. Where are all of our ballers that we like? They're just buried. They're buried down here. Just absolutely buried. You can't even find them. They're just hidden. They're hidden. They're hidden Hanks. They're hidden down here just hiding. I have no idea where half these guys are. Let's go ahead and queue up. Okay. All right, Adam, hang tight while I get through my pick here. Fantasy sleeper timed out. Just uncheck that auto pick. And the other thing with Jason complaining here, the other thing that I don't get is like this ADP data and these mocks are a little pointless right now. We're doing them because I know a lot of you have fun doing them, but the ADP data is so jacked up. These are pointless mock drafts. So I'm focusing on the best ball drafts, which are more important. And I'm about to time out here. Okay, Josh Allen. I guess I'll go Tony Pollard. It's a little early, but I like Pollard a lot. There's some rumors that Zeke might return to Dallas. And yeah, you're more than welcome to call in Jason if you want to try and patch this up. Adam, what's up? What were you saying? It was cutting in and out.
Sorry about that. My Bluetooth cut out. About the elite tight end, like, what do you think about going double elite tight end on, like, not for like dynasty or anything like that, but for best ball?
In a one tight end format, no. I think it's never, ever, ever, ever ended well. I have people that dial into my show and literally like beg to have help to get out of their double tight end draft that they did. I'm just like, why on earth did you do this? Why on earth did you draft 2 tight ends? Why? Why did you draft 2 tight ends so you could trade one? I know best ball you can't trade, so it would be even worse because you can't get out of it at all. But why people draft 2 tight ends in the 3rd and 4th round, or the 2nd and 3rd round, or they'll take Kelsey in 1 or 2, and then they'll take, like last year, this one guy took Pitts, and who else did he take? I forget who it was. It was Pitts and somebody, but Pitts was his second player, so he took Pitts in round 3, and he took was it Hawkinson? Was it? It might have been Andrews. I forget, but it's like Andrews and Pitts, and it was like, why? He's like, so I could trade one. Why not just draft the guy right then and there? Like, what is this whole like roundabout? Let's take a long trip around to get a player when you could just draft him. And so in best ball, while you'll dominate the position, you'll be so hampered at those other positions. In my opinion, I wouldn't do it. You're going to be chasing running back and wide receiver, maybe also quarterback the entire draft. And when I say chasing it, I mean you're going to be like, you're just behind on all the talent. You're just going to be like, who do I take here? I got to reach on a player like Swift right now, in order to have an RB. So I definitely don't condone that at all. Could you win with it? I suppose, but probably not. Not in a best ball.
My favorite approach, which I pretty much try to do in every draft, is to get at least one QB, no matter what. So if it's Allen, Hurts, Mahomes, Fields, Burrow, and I've added Lamar in there, and then T-Law, and then as far as like second quarterbacks, I've been trying to get a lot of Anthony Richardson because I think he's going to start from day one, and I think he's going to be great for fantasy.
I love Anthony Richardson. I love him, and
yeah.
God, I'm going to time out here. Hang tight one second. Hold on.
No problem.
God, this is hard. I don't know. I had a bunch of players queued up, but I got sniped. And normally I'm going to get at least London or Watson in that pick, but you guys are machines. So Pollard, Kamara, Pacheco, running Cruz, okay. JJ, not horrible. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show, area code 414. What's up? Who is this? You're live.
Hey, what's up, Smitty, man? This is Jason. That was busting your balls earlier.
Jason, what's up, Jason? What's going on?
Yeah, man. I'm so sorry, bro. I hate doing it. I love your show, man. I love it. I love everything about it.
All right.
I just want you to grow, man.
But
okay.
but
I'll tell you
Jason,
what,
Jason, I get what you're saying, but Jason, I'm literally moving 100,000 miles per hour, and if something's gonna give, it's gonna be the piss poor ADP driven mock draft that I'm timing out on a crappy mock draft anyway. Like look at this, look at the draft, look at how many players end up getting missed, and we had like Gibbs falling to the 5th or 6th round. We had Bijan one time falling to I'm very little concerned for that mock draft right now until they update their ADP data. So I'm putting all my focus into the best ball draft. I'm also answering phone calls. Like, do you understand what your expectation of me is? Is if I was to cut something out to focus better, you'd have people like you saying, "Why aren't you taking phone calls today? Why aren't you taking phone calls? Why aren't we doing a best ball draft while you're doing the mock draft? I can't play underdog in my state, so I want to do a free mock draft." Okay, well, I'm doing it all at the same time, Jason. I'm doing it all at once, bro.
I got you. Hey, I got you. I totally understand. I mean, I was more concerned about yesterday. I think it was yesterday when you were doing 2 at once and then also a mock draft. I was like,
well, we were trying.
Man.
We were trying to make a crazy attempt at that, and I honestly I don't apologize for it, and I would do it again because I'm going to get better at it, trying to multitask. A lot of people come into this setting and they go to their draft and a lot of people tell me they go to their draft, they come back and they say, drafting in my draft was so easy, Smitty, because God, Pickens just got sniped. I ended up just getting my cute player, Charbonnet. I don't know. I need another wide receiver. A lot of people leave and go to do their draft and they come back, Jason, and they say, drafting was so easy because it was like 60 seconds or a minute and a half, and I'm used to doing all this stuff at once. I'm used to seeing a lot of chaos. So part of this is training your brain to absorb a whole lot of stuff at once. And people come back and they say, "I'm so trained to do a 1 minute and 30-second draft. Like I feel like I can bake a cake, I can knit or crochet while I'm doing a draft, Smitty, because I'm fully trained in combat, fantasy football combat." But go ahead, Jason. What else? What else you got?
Yeah. No. I mean, my only thing is, like, I love your show. I love all the videos. I love what you do. You put a lot of work in. It's great. Trust me. I love it. The only thing I'm saying though is when I'm watching it, especially when you're doing the best ball one, you know, it takes away from actually seeing what's going on because you're not really focused on it. And I can't see the board. I can't see, like, you know, where people are getting drafted. It kind of takes away from it. So that's all it is for me. You know, it's not a big deal, but
it seemed like a big deal because in the chat you're like, "This is pointless. It's excruciating watching." Like there was a little, it's a little negative, bro. It's a little negative. It's not like It's not like I'm not trying, bro. It's not like I'm not trying.
Yeah, no, I know. But I think it would be better. Like, it'd be really cool if you just did the best ball mania, have the whole draft board on the board, and then take calls. You know, I mean, it just seems like that'd be better.
Well, then I have people, Jason. That's what you think, though. Then I have people that come in and say, "Smitty, I'm going to leave because I can't play best ball in my state, so I want to do a free mock draft." And so that's what I'm trying to tell you. Is it's not as simple as you think from your perspective. I get it, and to defend you for a second, if I was to try and be objective, I am trying every single day to manage all this better, and by the end of probably June, I'll probably not miss a beat, bro. I'll be able to jump back and forth between all of it. The main reason I'm letting this kind of slide even more than normal is because the mock drafts seem pointless, to use your word, because the ADPs are garbage. They're not even accurate. So I just tend to let this fall through the cracks. And I know that sucks for you if you're in the mock and I'm timing out over and over, but you know, it's going to get there, bro. Just hang tight.
Yeah, well, just my point is, like, why waste time on that, you know? That's all I'm saying, you know?
Because I'll have people complain about me not doing it. So at the end of the day, I'm doing all of it. Yes, I just told you. People say, "Hey, Smitty, I can't do best ball in my state. I want to do a mock draft." You know? Like, what am I supposed to do at that point?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? Fantasy? What?
I was just gonna say, you know, it's hard for all of us to get into a best ball mania contest together as well, because they fill up so fast. So it's the one way we can all at least draft together and practice.
Yeah. But also, hey, I'm doing a private Garrett Wilson jersey draft right this very second. I'm going to grab the link and I'm going to paste it in right now. And so if anybody wants to get in on this one, let me show that screen right here. This is the draft here. I'm going to paste the link in. Boom. Link has been pasted. Anybody wants to get in, it's $3 to enter. The prizes are very small. The prizes are based on that $3. It's like, let's see here. $20 the first place. It's, this is not about the money. It's a $3 draft. It's a way to set up an organized draft. 7 spots left. They go quick. And then it's for the winner of whoever scores the most points at week 17's end out of all of the Garrett Wilson drafts. There could be 20 of them. There could be 10 of them. There could be 25 of them. Well, the first place finisher, total points at week 17's end, will get this Garrett Wilson jersey. We'll be doing one for the super flexes as well if they bring that back. And if they don't bring it back, I think we only did like 7 or 8 of them. Then we'll just use those 7 or 8 and give away the jersey that I get. It'll probably be a Fields autograph jersey or Trevor Lawrence or something like that, but it'll probably be a quarterback jersey and prize going to that person. So this is 4 more to fill up. Right here, it's a slow draft. I imagine this will function almost like a fast draft because even though there'll be a long timer, everybody that's joining right now is live. So this draft will be starting soon. It's all full. Jason, you got anything else positive? Let's flip this script on this one, bro. Okay, let's start over, Jason. Bro,
no,
fist?
We're good. I mean,
okay.
Just my advice. I mean, and my advice means nothing, but I just, I mean, I watch a lot of different streamers, and not saying, I mean, yours is unique and different, which is why I love it. So I can't really complain too much, but just, yeah, I mean, I just love seeing the draft progress, and
it means something. Your advice means something. It means something differently if it comes across differently. That's the only thing I was trying to say. Is like you could say, "Hey, Smitty, can you try your best? Hey, Smitty, can you try your best to keep the board up?" And I would be like, "Oh yeah, sorry," But like it was a combination of what's the point? What's the point in drafting? This guy keeps timing out. Like it was just a constant. Like I'm doing my best, bro, and I'm trying to provide enough for everybody. Okay, what do you got positivity with fantasy? Let's forget about that. Fantasy football wise.
I mean, just I got Garrett Wilson as a keeper, and I'm loving it. That's all I got to say about that.
You gotta love that. Garrett Wilson just.
I love it.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson just went 1 overall in the slow draft. This is for the Garrett Wilson autographed jersey. So if anybody wants you, if you love Garrett Wilson, you should have got in this draft. We got more.
I should have got in. You're right.
We got more opportunities though. I'll be dropping this link constantly.
I'll jump in. I'm gonna get off the phone, but I apologize for being a little bit.
No problem, bro.
In the chat, and I'll call back in.
You're a man. You're a man. You called in. You got brass balls. I appreciate that. Later, pal.
All right, bro.
George from the Bay. What's up? You're live. I'm on the clock here. I've got.
Yo, what up, Smitty? Did Angel ever call in?
No. He wouldn't have called in.
Oh man, what a loser!
Hey, what do I do here? Hey, well, I don't even condone that. Like everyone's a person, and I don't mind Angel either. Angel could have called in. We could have patched it up like that. So I won't even say a bad thing about him. I'll just say that I waited for him. He says I'm ducking him. I'm just giving him an opportunity. But no, I don't call him names.
Dude. I was laughing so hard when you started lifting the weights.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to call him names. I don't condone that, but I do wish you would have called in. I'm on the clock right here real quick. Ben drops a $10 hauler moonshot for Ben. All $10 haulers get a moonshot. Ben says dollar bills in the air. Smitty is the GOAT. Gibbs to the moon. Let's throw some dollar bills in the air for Ben. Ben, appreciate you. Thank you, kind sir. I'm on the clock, guys. Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. Do I just go Bijan here? This is the Garrett Wilson jersey. This is not for the $15 million prizes.
It's between 2 players for me. It's either Christian McCaffrey or Bijan right here.
Yeah, let's just do Bijan. Let's just set the tone. Let's set the tone here. Bijan it is. I'm now no longer on the clock. It is now I think's pick. And then Dan Grim Reacher is up. And then We've got a lot of. I mean, this is all our crew here. George from the Bay, you're coming up at 8.
Yeah, I'm hoping my guy falls to me.
Yeah, very blessed. Are you in this draft? Or are you not? Can you do underdog?
Yeah, but I'm waiting on my check. It doesn't hit until later on
Gotcha,
today.
bro.
So I had to sit this one out.
Yeah, I gotcha. That's what I try to do for the jersey. I try and do the $3. I try and do the cheapest one I can, so that it's the $3 drafts. So people can get in a lot of these and not. The prize money is not huge because it's not the actual best ball mania, and I have no control over the prizes. If we choose a $3, it does all the pricing for us. You didn't distract. You're fine, Ben. Thank you. There's no timer on this one. The timer's 10 hours, so we're good to go. Thank you, Ben, for the super chat. Live on the phone is, I think, Frankie Knuckles, and then we'll go to Rock Out. Frankie Knuckles, what's up, pal? Hello?
See, nobody's been talking about this guy, Tyler Scott.
We talk about him quite a bit on the show. I mean, Ron Navy's talked about him until he's blue in the face.
Wow, Tyreek Hill 1.4.
We haven't talked about him a lot lately, I suppose. We talked a little bit about him, though. I mean, his landing spot, good situation, had kind of an okay combine, good and bad moments. Some people say he dropped off because of the combine. Some people say he looked good during the catching drills. I think he looked okay catching the football. What do you like about him?
I like his upside, his ability to, and he's not that big, contested catches and touchdowns.
Yeah.
Guy knows how to score.
Do you like him better than Tank Dell?
I do, actually.
Okay. I can't get mad at that.
Not better than Mingo, though. I like Mingo the best, man. I liked him before he was even drafted.
Yeah.
And
Mingo.
Mingo, and Mingo was his name all.
For one spot.
Yeah, Mingo's going to do pretty well. Draft board so far, guys. Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Bijan to me. This is for the Garrett Wilson jersey contest, the slate of leagues for it. Bijan to me. Tyreek, McCaffrey, CeeDee Lamb. I think CeeDee Lamb's a little high for me. I love Lamb. You guys know that. We got Lamb chops everywhere. Lamb emojis, Lamb songs, Lamb everything. We like Lamb. I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like he could only stay the same. I don't know that he's going to get better we're going to run more offense that is changing play callers to a guy we trust a lot less. And so, and then Dak's got a lot of question marks and a lot of doubt that he's got to overcome. So I just feel like, are we overvaluing Lamb when he's going 7, 8, 9? I kind of feel like he's a little high for me.
A little bit.
He can earn it. Is that Rock Out? Rock Out, speak to it.
I don't want to take him in the second, to be honest.
Yeah, I like him at maybe the turn or like at 13, 14, 15, but do I think Garrett Wilson outscores Lamb? I do. Do I think Chris Olave outscores Lamb? I kind of quietly do. I wouldn't draft Olave over Lamb, but quietly I'm taking another player and saying Olave's waiting for me, and I'm going to go get him. Yeah. Like from the third round, Olave could outscore Lamb in the first round. So,
I think Amon Ra's going to pass up CeeDee Lamb this year.
He could.
Good possibility.
He could.
Everything's falling into place, it seems like, and I know Ron's real high on JJ. He thinks he's going to have like a 2,200-yard season. But I think Jordan Addison's got something to say about that.
Yeah, I'm not huge on Addison's landing spot. You know that, but I'm okay if other people are. There's definitely arguments to be made. I'm just not somebody that.
I'm high on him as far as talent, but as far as volume goes, I think they're both going to be like, whoever's open. I don't think JJ's going to have the volume he had last year. Not with Addison on the field and TJ Hawkinson.
See, I don't feel like Addison's. I don't think anybody's touching JJ's work. I think Hawkinson and Addison are going to suffer before I think JJ does. He's just so good. Garrett Wilson was a little high. George from the Bay, you're on the phone right now. You took him at number 8. I know I just said I like him more than Lamb, but I also do know that he's falling to like 13, 14, 15 right now, which is fantastic. I don't think he would have fallen in our group of people, so you kind of had to reach for him if you wanted him. But I can't talk. I mean, Bijan, the same thing. He goes around 6 or 7. I took him at 3. So we're kind of in the same boat. Hypocritical of me to say anything negative about you reaching on Garrett when I just reached on Bijan. But talk us through why you did that, and do you think he still has a bunch of upside from 8, or did you knowingly put yourself in a spot where he's got to kind of ball out to get what you paid for, and you're okay with that?
Yeah, I've spent the last couple of days since the draft redoing my own personal rankings, and I have Wilson as the third highest scoring wide receiver. So getting him at 1.8 is a steal for me. He's probably not going to be there in the second round, so I got to take my guy when he falls to me.
Yeah, I think top 5 wide receiver feels like a lock. And if you were confused about that, not you, George, but anybody watching, if you're confused about how good Lamb could be, is Lazard, because of his connection to A-Rod, going to dip in to that situation? Like, is this going to be not what we expect? If you were confused or worried about that at all, and you didn't hear Aaron Rodgers just gawk over this guy and just say that, I literally thought, Smitty, you're the man, never forget it. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. I think the way Aaron Rodgers talked about him, saying that he threw past him today and he was just like, wow, is what his words were, almost verbatim. He just said, and I was like, wow. And he said that, number 17, Devontae Adams is special, but they're very similar. And he called them very similar. The fact that he's talking about Garrett Wilson like that, and the fact that Garrett Wilson shined like a glorious bird during his, campaign, his most recent campaign without a quarterback, and was able to climb up and do things that Watson was doing without Aaron Rodgers. Imagine what Garrett Wilson's going to do with Aaron Rodgers. Imagine it. What's all that noise?
Yeah, not to
it sounds like someone's
a healthy Breece Hall too.
It sounds like someone's delivering like an Uber Eats or something. What's going on in the background there? Whoever's in the car, whoever's getting in and out of the car, just mute if you don't mind, because it's
Use
fun.
Your phone. Who is that?
It's fun to listen, but after a while, it's a little loud. I don't know. I think is that Frankie Knuckles? I think that's Frankie. It sounds like Frankie. Is that you, Frankie? You can be honest. I'm not mad.
Yeah, it was.
What you doing? You delivering like a Uber Eats type of thing, or?
No, I'm coming home from the bar.
Oh, okay. You need to be careful, bro. You're on the phone. You're someone driving you. Like, we're gonna hang up on you, Frankie. I can't be a part of distracting you right now.
No, I'm home.
Oh, glad you made it safe, Frankie. Okay, let's get on over. Rock out. What else you got? I'm gonna get off the line here. Let me go through the rounds here. Rock out. Final thoughts.
What's your thoughts on Jahan Dotson? Surprisingly, he had 7 touchdowns when he missed 5 games.
Frankie is so loud. You okay, Frankie? Sounds like Frankie's going up a set of stairs with some boots on and like a handful of Taco Bell bags that he got on his way home from the bar. What'd you get to munch on?
Texas wieners, man, a hot grill.
Hot dogs. I like it. Okay. What do I think about Dotson, Rockout? I think Dotson's a very solid wide receiver 3-4, but he's got McLaurin there. We don't know what Sam Howell is. I'm very optimistic about Sam Howell, but that's from a very deep perspective, bro. Like, one of those. You want me to answer it? You want me to get that, Frankie?
Whose phone is it?
Is that Frankie's phone? I'm sure it is. Is that yours? Is that yours, Frank? You want me to get it? All right, hey Frankie. Last 10 seconds. What do you want to say before we bump you off here?
Love the show, man. And I like the bold takes, Manny.
Thank you, Frankie. I'm glad you're home safe, Frankie. Go eat those hot dogs, bro.
All right.
Now I want a hot dog. Later, Frankie. Now I want a hot dog. In-N-Out's still open. I could go grab an In-N-Out burger. That's in a similar vein. I might have to go do that. Frankie got me hungry. I'm picturing this hot dog with cheese poured all over it, ketchup, relish, pickle on the side. I dip my hot dog I just cover it in cheese. Like, you can barely see that the dog's even there. It just looks like a river of cheese on top. That's the way I eat a dog. That's the only way to do it. I know a lot of people don't like it. I show it on my Instagram. I get some people that go, "Oh my God, that looks amazing." And then there's always one Caleb that DMs me and says, "You don't put cheese on a hot dog, Schmitty." Oh, really? I didn't know. I didn't know you were in tune with my taste buds. Caleb. Rock out. So my point was, not too sure. It looks like Diggs just went at the 9 pick. Not too sure what to make of that situation, given that there's 2 wide receivers and we don't know if there's going to be good quarterback play. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, we're just optimistic about it.
Yeah, it's criminal to not grill your dogs. I agree with that, G Money. And when I go to this place down the street, I'm going to look them up and see if they're open right now. Hold on. Let's check it out. Hot dogs. Hot dogs. Let's see.
Hot dog.
It's in Tempe. Tempe closed. Closed? That's what I hate about Arizona. I'm envious of New York, where there's this stuff open till like 4 or 5 a.m. It's 11:14 p.m. here in Phoenix. And I look up a place in Tempe too, ASU, college town. And it's 11:14. They can't stay open to serve hot dogs to the people traveling around Tempe right now. There's a lot of people out there looking for food right now, like Frankie coming home from the bar, coming home from a nice night out. They want a dog. They want a dog, and this is the best dog place in Tempe, and it's closed. It's closed. I got to go to In-N-Out now when I'm craving a hot dog, and I can't get a hot dog. Rock out. Appreciate you, Rock out.
Yeah, appreciate you.
All right, later. Who else is on the line here? Let's see. George from the Bay. Final thoughts.
I couldn't get into the draft earlier with you guys, so I got into a separate one at the same time. But I got the one pick, so I was excited about that. And I took Jefferson, obviously 1.1. But then I had a decision, at the turn. I took Gibbs in the second round because I'm really high on Gibbs. But then I was trying to decide what I was going to do here at the second running back spot. I was either going to go Breece Hall or Travis Etienne. I didn't really know what I was going to do, but I went with the more healthier option. I think I made the wrong decision. I went with Etienne. I should have took Hall there. What do you think about going Jefferson, Gibbs, Etienne, 1, 2, 3?
I don't mind that. I also don't mind going, Breece Hall. I really like Breece Hall. I probably would go Breece Hall, but there's some logic to what you're saying. Take the healthier back, and I also wonder if sometimes if you went Jefferson, you said.
Yeah, Jefferson 1.1.
Yeah. I like going Burrow, Hall, and Jamar from the one spot a lot. I like going JJ, Hall, and then I don't think Gibbs falls to you, but like I would probably take the gamble that he falls to the 4th round versus force him at the turn picks. Only because, I mean, he's eventually going to get there, and I don't mind it. Like, to be honest with you, I probably will do that. I probably see myself taking Gibbs in a 1 slot if he's there. 1 out of like 5 drafts, let's say. If I did 5 drafts from the 1 spot, I could see myself in one of them reaching on Gibbs just to get him on that particular team with the JJ or Chase pick. But I'm still trying my very best to get value. The one thing I notice about you, George, is you reach a lot, which is fine. You're getting your guy. But like even with this Garrett Wilson pick at 8, you're telling me you took Gibbs at 24, 25. You're definitely leaving some value on the table if you're doing a lot of drafts, and you just got to make sure you're getting some variety in there. But at the same time, like, get your guy. Like, it's a good combination of that. But I do think maybe you might surprise yourself. Let's say if we're not drafting in this group, if you let Garrett Wilson go, and then all of a sudden he comes back to you in the 2nd round. So make sure you don't reach too hard. Don't take Charbonnet around 4 or 5 because you want him. Like, let him fall to 8 or 9. Let him fall naturally.
You ready for this one right here?
What did you reach on now? What did you reach on?
Now.
You're a reacher, bro. You're a reacher. You're becoming a known reacher. What are you reaching for now? What'd you do, George? Olave. See, you're reaching on.
My guy.
I like both of them, but George just picked right now from this 8 slot. He took Garrett Wilson at 8, and now he reached for Chris Olave at 17. And I love both of them. But you did reach.
I've got a plan, Smitty.
We'll see what the RBs look like by the time it comes back to you, though. But I do love both those picks. I'm not going to lie. I just don't know if I like them right there, especially on the same team. But all right, bro, appreciate you.
All right, man. We'll talk later.
George the Reacher, sticking to his guns. Adam, final thoughts. You like how I called him out?
So there's one person in Best Ball Mania 4 that I probably will not have none of, and it's due to ADP, and that is going to be Travis Kelce.
You say it again about Kelce. What about him?
I probably won't draft him in Best Ball Mania 4 because of where his ADP is.
Oh,
I just like way too many other people over him.
yeah.
So I have a feeling, and I'm big on Kincaid, so I'm gonna have a lot of him. So as much as I love Kelce, and I had a ton of him last year, he helped me out a lot. Based on ADP this year, I just don't think I'm gonna be able to get him.
Yeah, Kelsey's going a little high. He's going a lot later than he was. In the very beginning in January, when Best Balls kicked off, he was going at like 4, bro. He's going at 3, 4, 5 on the regular.
Yeah, and the last couple of drafts I've gone, he's still going like right around like 6, 7 ish.
Mm-hmm. He went
People are still taking him pretty high.
He went number 10 in our group, but that's a little low because our group's not as high. Okay, I'm almost on deck here. All right, bro. I'm gonna get you off here, and then I'm gonna draft my player here, and then I'm gonna go to sleep.
All right, man. You have a good night.
Appreciate you, Adam. All right, phone lines are closed. Appreciate Adam for calling in. Appreciate you all for calling in. I'm glad Frankie Knuckles got home safely. I'm almost on the clock here. Let's go over to the players. We've got QBs galore here. If I want to go that route, I don't know that I do. I'm gonna scroll through here and see what else we got going on. It's such a sad day to see Walker so low, but he deserves to be that low. He does. You can't trust him. I don't know what I'm gonna do here. At this stage, I'm not really feeling. It's just Snipeville. We're just sitting here in Snipeville. I kind of feel like I gotta go quarterback at this stage in the game. I probably will. Tony Pollard. See, everybody's going a little early, and you'd think people would fall, but they're not. So I got Bijan, and we'll go. Do I go Mahomes or Hurts? with Bijan. I'm going to go Mahomes. So my team is as follows. I got Mahomes and Bijan. I'll stay here for a second to see if Pat and Nick are up. If they're up, I'll be back on the clock here in a second. This is a slow draft with a 10-hour timer, but everybody that joined tonight is obviously online. So it's not a fast draft. It's just going slow. This is for the Garrett Wilson autograph jersey. Not this specific draft, but these slate of drafts. Whoever gets first place, it looks like Nick is there. Whoever gets first place, total points through week 17 out of all of the Garrett Wilson drafts that we do. And we're going to be doing like one. We're going to be doing like 3 a week, one every Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Our draft nights are not going to be on the regular on Tuesday. They're going to be, we used to do Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'm just going to do hardcore like mock draft and best ball draft marathoning, kind of like we're doing tonight. Jason hated it, but we're going to maybe be more focused on it. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to take some of what Jason said to heart and just try and clean up my act a little bit. Try and get it more fine-tuned. You know, there's Jason at a point, but it was just negatively put. But Jason's got a point. I'm trying my best to clean it up and make sure everybody can see everything on screen. Maybe I'll hook my iPad up over here and I'll have both of them on screen the whole time. I'll figure it out. We'll take Jason's commentary to heart, even though he could have addressed it differently. So, Jason, thank you for your contribution. And we'll try and clean it up. But we're going to do a hardcore Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And it's all lumped together 3 days in a row, just hardcore drafting. And then Tuesdays are going to be Panic Chamber nights. Tonight we didn't do it, but we will be doing Tuesday nights as Panic Chamber moving forward instead of mock drafting and stuff. But we'll still do Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Be very easy to remember. Thursday, Friday, Saturday mock draft, 3-day marathon every single week. Let's go with who are we going to pick here? DK, Jalen Waddle, Jalen Hurts, ETN went. So I got Bijan. I could use a wide receiver. Usually an Olave would be here, but we had some reachage going on. Maybe. I mean, is Gibbs too high here? He's in the 3rd round. I don't know that I like these wide receivers going on here. Let's go. Kenneth, I queued him. I'm not drafting him here. You know what? Let's do it. So Bijan, Gibbs, and Patrick Mahomes. And on that note, it's a slow draft. I'll check it throughout the night. Appreciate all of you being here. Thank you all for the super chats. Did I miss anything on the way out the door? I think the last super chat was Ben. Thank you, Ben, again. Thank you, Matt. Matt says, so sorry I hung up. I was the 916 caller. No problem, Matt. Appreciate you calling in. Thank you so much, pal. You still here, Matt? Mingo, Bango, Bongo, Moon Monster says, Young, I hope you're doing well. Call in anytime. AJ Lancaster, appreciate your super chat. Danton, appreciate you. Belichick yourself, appreciate you. Rock Out, dropping super chats earlier on. Make BPA t-shirts, best player available t-shirts. Got a little late. Thank you, Rock Out, for dropping that. All of you dropping super chats, appreciate you. And on that note, I'll see you all tomorrow. Please hit that like button on the way out the door. 76 of you still in here, only 50 thumbs up. And get your Grindhouse apparel real quickly, guys. Every evening show is brought to you by Grindhouse, GRNDHAUS. That link is pinned in the live chat. Underdog Fantasy, if you want to be a part of the next draft, Underdog Fantasy, promo code Smitty. The link is in the description of the video. It's in every description of every video. Make sure you sign up. $10 minimum. They'll match up to $100 in your first deposit if you use the link in my description or the links I usually pin. That will give you up to $100 bonus match dollar for dollar. So deposit 20, you get 20. Deposit 50, you get 50. As long as you're new to Underdog and you sign up through that link. So do that and be prepared. Link in the description. Be prepared for a Thursday night. And on that note, we are out of here. So, Grindhouse. Get on over to Grindhouse. That link is pinned in the live chat currently. Grindhouse is an amazing company. They're our sponsor for every evening show, every graveyard show going forward for the rest of the year. Go visit Grindhouse. I'm wearing my Grindhouse apparel right now. Max with a super chat. Later, Smitty says, Max, appreciate you dropping that super chat. Later, guys. I'm going to go get me an In-N-Out burger. That's for sure. In-N-Out burger, baby. Yeah, buddies. But the continuum of the gigawatt component structure of Jahmyr Gibbs' workload divide has a megawatt offload that if you compartmentalize the component conjunction timekeeper and you flux capacitor out the continuum component megabolt, things just end up happening. And that's why Jahmyr Gibbs is a top 5 to 10 running back instead of top 6 to 10. This man, Jahmyr Gibbs, he looks better than Kamara looked coming out of college, more prepared to become Kamara. Schmitty, did you just say Gibbs was more prepared to become Kamara than Alvin Kamara was prepared to become Kamara?
No!
Yeah, I'm going to get it. I don't know if I'll get double animal style. I want to, but I'll probably get an animal style with pickles, though. G-Money. I love the pickles on the animal style burger, bro. Appreciate you all. Peanut butter and waivers. We'll see you later, pal. Klondike in the house. G-Money, my man. Max. Casey. Thanks again. The Ryan. We'll see you later. The Test. We'll see you later. Very blessed indeed. See you later. Ben, appreciate the super chat. Ben, I'll see you later. I think. Peace out, my man. George from the Bay. Sam. Matt O. Nick Torres. Thanks, Nick. Ethan. Prolific. Sleeper. Appreciate you, Sleeper. Benjamin. Trey. Whatever your name is. Frankie. Frankie, glad you're safe and sound at home, bro. Out at the bar. Out at the bar, then going to get in the dogs. Deuces, everybody.